What's up, Dank Memers? I'm here with more Doki Doki Literature Club, and this episode, it still won't look as great because the recording software is just not working in full screen, but I'll try to make it look as high resolution, goodness as possible. So yeah. Anyways, we were on making a poem. I kind of want to make since we did Natsuki last time, let's just do Yuri this time. Massacre. Tears. Sadness. Aw, oh, damn it. Disarray. Just use the big words. Disaster. Nightgown. Maybe that wasn't it. Tragedy. Agonizing. Is it just me or did that look weird? I don't know. Heart blah 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 blah. Secretive. Frightening, unrestrained, death, fear, hurt. Damn, she is really negative. Intellectual, tenacious, prayer, uncontrollable, after image, heaven sent. Okay, we did pretty good. Oh god. Okay, when I was, that on the first episode, there was this black text over a white background, and it said this game is not suitable for children, etc. Well, this time when I booted it up, it said don't forget to back up your save file just for Monica or something along those lines, and it was really weird. Anyways, hi. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but at least I keep my word. Well, I'm back at the Literature Club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your Did her face glitch out, or did I? Because I was focusing on reading. I'll look back when I'm editing it, but I felt like her face glitched. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. Making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Yeah, okay, I'm not seeing things. That totally just happened. Oh, come on. Like he deserves any slack. You already had to be dragged here by Monica. I don't know if you plan to just come here to hang out or what, but if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Oh, great. I love being able to read. I assume that says Monica. Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga. Did she say something about manga? Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection. Okay, that's what she said. Manga is literature! Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat. I'm sorry. We'll make sure to put your comfort first, okay? Anyway, now that you're in the club and all, perhaps you might have interest in picking up a book to read? Well, I can't really say no either way. Like you said, I'm in this club now, so it only feels right for me to do something like that if you ask. I didn't mean it like that. If you don't really want to, then forget I said anything, I guess. I want to truly be a part of this club, so even if I don't read often, I'm happy to pick up a book if you wanted me to. Are you sure? Is it just me, or is it like the classroom is tilted? It's not just me. The classroom is totally tilted, isn't it? Ay. This is just gonna be a whole thing of making me seem like I'm crazy. I just felt like, well, as vice president and all, that I should help you get started on something you might like. She pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention even if you don't usually read. And we could, discuss it if you wanted. This is... She even picked out a book that she'll thinks I like just by I'm not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. Whew. Well, if you can read it at your own pace, I look forward to hearing what you think. Now that okay, everything was bigger, and Yuri was even bigger on the screen, and everything was tilted, and now everything's just fine. Now that everyone settled in, I expect Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club. But that doesn't seem to be the case. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around the closet. I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a little bit more, but at the same time I would feel bad for distracting her from reading. I catch a glimpse of the cover of her book. It looks like the same book that she lent me. More than that, she seems to be on the first few pages. Ah, crap. I think she noticed me looking at her. She sneaks another glance at me, and our eyes meet for a split second. That only makes her hide her face deeper in the book. Sorry, I was just spacing out, you know? I muttered this, sensing I made her uncomfortable. Oh, it's fine. I was focused that I probably wouldn't have noticed in the first place. But I'm just rereading a bit of this, so that's the book you gave me, right? What is wrong with Yuri's eye? What is going on with this game? Is it actually like glitching out on me? I wanted to reread. No, it is slowly but surely moving away. Damn. I want to reread some of it. Oh, no, it's gone now. Not for any particular reason, just curious. How come you have 2 copies of the same book? When I stopped at the bookstore yesterday, that's not what I meant. I mean, I just happened to buy 2 of them. Ah, I see. There's something fairly obvious here that Yuri isn't telling me, but I decided to let it go. I'll definitely start reading it soon. I'm glad to hear it. Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. It's a very engageable and relating story. Is that so? What's the story about anyway? Well, I look at the cover of the book. The book is titled Portrait of Markov. There's an ominous looking eye symbol on the front cover. Just like how your eye was getting all screwed up. Basically, it's about this religious... Oh, God. It's basically it's about this religious camp that was turned into a human experiment prison. And the people trapped there have this trait that turns them into killing machines that lust for blood. But the facility gets even worse. They start selectively breeding people by cutting off their limbs and asphyxiating them to... Oh, that might be a little bit of a spoiler. But anyway, I'm really into it. I fantasize about that stuff all the time, I mean. That book, I mean, actually, that's what I meant. Not the thing about the limbs, even though that would be cool. That's kind of dark, isn't it? Yuri made it sound like it was going to be a nice story, so that dark turn came out from nowhere. Are you not a fan of, murder? No, it's not that. I mean, I can enjoy murder. So don't worry about that. Okay, that's cool. I forgot that she's into that type of stuff. She's so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different. It's just that this kind of story is the kind that challenges you to look at life from a new perspective. When horrible things happen, not just because someone wants to be evil, but because the world is full of horrible people and we're all worthless anyway. Then suddenly, I'm rambling, aren't I? Not again. I'm sorry. Hey, don't apologize. I haven't lost interest or anything. Why is my guy acting like nothing is happening? Like nothing wrong is... there's nothing going on that's wrong. Well, I guess it's alright then. But I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem. When I let things like book and writing fill my thoughts, my whole body gets... How annoying. I kind of forget to pay attention to other people. So I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange, and please stop me if I'm talking too much. I really don't think you need to worry. That just means you're passionate about reading. The least I could do is listen. It's a literature club after all. That's true. In fact, I might as well get started reading, right? Yes. I mean, you don't have to, but what are you saying? Let me just get the book. I quickly retrieved the book that I had put into my bag. Alright, it's fine if I sit here, right? I slip into the seat next to Yuri's. Ah! Yeah. Are you sure? You seem to you seem a little apprehensive. I'm sorry. It's not I don't want you to. It's just something I'm not very used to. That is, reading in company with someone else? I see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything. Alright. I open the book and start whatever. I soon understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I could feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. It's not a particularly bad thing, maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri is in the corner of my eye. I realize that she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. It looks like she's reading from my book instead. Sorry! What did she say? Holy crap. Yuri, you really apologize, don't you? A lot, don't you? I do? I don't really mean to. Sorry. God damn it. I mean... Hey, here, this should work, right? I sign my desk until it's up against Yuri's and then hold my book more between the two of them. I suppose so. Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we each lean, our shoulders are almost touching. It feels like my left arm is in the way, so instead I use my right hand to hold open the book. I guess it makes sense. It kind of difficult to turn the page. That makes it kind of difficult to turn the page. Here. Aww. Screenshot time. Okay. Probably see it like right here. Yuri takes her left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and forefinger. I don't do the same with my right arm. I do the same with my right arm on the right side of the book. That way, I turn a page and Yuri slides it under her thumb after it flips to her side. But in holding it like this, we're huddled even closer than before. Ooh, it's actually kind of distracting me. It's as if I could feel the warmth of Yuri's face and she's in the corner of my vision. Are you ready? Huh? To turn the page. Sorry. I think I got a bit distracted for a second. I glance over at Yuri's face again and our eyes meet. I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her. That's okay. You're not used to your reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a bit longer. It's probably the least I could do, since you've been so patient with me. Yeah, thanks. We continue reading. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume that she finishes the page before me, so I turn it by my own volition. We continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning each page almost feels like an intimate exchange. My thumb gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter over to her side as she catches it under her own thumb. Hey, Yuri, this might be a silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me of you a little, you know? Oh, that seems like the cute face of a murderer. No, I don't relate to this character at all. Definitely not, really. I was just thinking the way that she second guesses things she says and all that. That's what you're talking about, not the murder part. Sorry, I thought you meant something else about her, you know? Something else? Never mind. We didn't even get that far yet. So I don't know why that came into my head. Yuri, are you feeling alright? Huh? Yuri's been a little fidgety ever since we started reading. You can rest if you're feeling sick or something. Your breathing is a little... My breathing? Yuri puts her hands on her chest as if to feel her heartbeat. I didn't even notice. Anyway, I'm fine. I just need some water, you know? Alright, don't push yourself. Yuri stands up and practically rushes out of the classroom. What on earth was that about? Did something just happen right now? I have no idea. Yuri was acting a little strange, I guess. So you don't know anything. Sorry, I can't say I do. Are you worried about her? Well, not really. I was just making sure that you didn't do anything to her. No, nothing. Don't worry, I believe you, silly. Yuri just does this sometimes, so it's nothing alarming. Alright, if you say so. Anyway, why don't we start sharing our poems with each other? Huh? Shouldn't we wait for Yuri? Well, she might be a while, so I figured we'd get started without her. Is that okay? Yeah, I was just asking. I stand up. I make a mental note of where I left off in the book and then slip it back into my bag. No, you need a bookmark. I try to make mental notes of where I leave off in books, and it never works. And I always have to spend like 20 minutes just trying to find where I was. We'll just go with Monica. I should start off with Monica. Yesterday she seemed eager to read my poem, and I want her to know I'm putting in effort. Hi! Having a good time so far? Yeah, I guess. Good, glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we could do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course, I'll be afraid of bringing things up. I'm much better off with just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, want to share a poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Don't worry. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? But it's that sort of bear. Yeah. I hand Monica my poem. Great job. I was going ooh in my head while reading it. It's really metaphorical. I'm not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for something so deep. I guess I underestimated you. It's easiest for me to keep everyone's expectations low. That way, it always counts when I put in some effort. That's not very fair. Well, I guess it worked anyway. You know that Yuri likes this kind of writing, right? Writing that's full of imagery and symbolism. Sometimes I feel like Yuri's mind is just totally detached from reality. I don't mean that she, it's a bad thing though, but sometimes I get the impression that she's just totally given up on people. She spends so much time in her own head that's probably a much more interesting place for her. But that's why she gets so happy when you treat her with a lot of kindness. I don't think she's used to being indulged like that. She must be really starved for social interaction, so don't blame her for coming on a little strongly, like earlier. I think if she gets too stimulated, she ends up withdrawing and looking for alone time. Suddenly, the door opens. Yuri! I'm back! Did I miss anything? Not really. Well, we all started sharing our poems with each other. Huh? Already? I'm sorry for being late. No need to apologize. We still have plenty of time, so I'm more glad that you took all the time you needed. Alright. Thanks, Monica. I suppose I should get my poem now. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know? I see. Well, let's read it then. Hole in the wall, but he wasn't looking at me. Confused, I frantically glanced at my surroundings, but my burned eyes can no longer see color. Are there others in this room? Are they talking, or are they simply poems on a flat sheet of paper? The sound of frantic scrawling playing tricks on my ears. The room begins to crinkle, closing in on me. The air I breathe dissipates before it reaches my lungs. I panic. There must be a way out. It's right here. He's right there. Swallowing my fears, I brandish my pen. So this is different from the one last time, from like the previous run. I think like it ended on but someone was looking in or whatever from the hole in the wall, and that's supposed to be me. But now he wasn't looking at me. That's supposed to mean like I wasn't trying to date her or whatever. So what do you think? It's very free form, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. It's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular. Blah, blah, blah. What's the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say that I had kind of some epiphany. It's been influencing my poems a bit. An epiphany? Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about this is if you keep your pen on the same puddle of ink, move your hand, go with the flow. That's my advice. crap. My headset's running low on battery. And it'll be really bad if I don't know what I sound like. Oh god. The bad thing about charging it while I'm using it is that what I hear gets really freaking like crackly. It gets pretty bad. But I started this recording section and I'm gonna end it, damn it. 1 second. Oh god. Ugh, this sounds horrible, but whatever. Actually, you know what? I should probably check to see if you guys are hearing what I'm hearing. So I'm gonna stop it here. Because if you are hearing what I'm recording, I'm just gonna have to charge it and then, cut the two recordings together. You know what I mean? So, until then.